Aha! Hey, hey! Ah, bonjour! I am Chief Inspector Sherlock Holmes. I just left another inspection and I am in a disguise because I am a man of many characters, many faces, and this is only one of them. But I trust you people, so I'm going to lose the disguise and voila! And then, ow! That hurt. Have I got a rash right there? I hate that. Now listen, let's get the show on the road here. I'm here to show you how to use the home inspection checklist that you've been provided with when you're looking at a home you're thinking of buying. Now, I'm not going to go through absolutely everything on the list, but I will hit on some of the high points. Now, I want you to come with me, follow me through the house. Okay, are you ready to go? I'm out of that character. Follow me. Yes. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's take a look at this. This is heavy duty. It's at the entrance to your home. But never mind. Someone has taken the time to repair it. Wrong! This is going to have to be taken down from the structure. It's welded over there, transported elsewhere, welded and brought back, probably painted. That means you got to paint the other ones. This is the beginning of a problem. You could be sued for stuff like this. Hello? All right, enough of that. But hey, hello? Work with me here, people. All right, come on, let's get inside. It's got to get better, okay? Ha ha! No, it's yours. Now, there's something I forgot to mention when we were outside. I want you to take a look at the homes to your left and right. In the rear, you're probably going to have as many as 3. If that is not pleasing to you aesthetically, then think again. But now that we're inside the house, let's start. I want you to get a feeling of the home. Does it feel solid to you? Are the floors solid? We're walking on ceramic tile. It is a very nice ceramic tile floor. However, there could be flaws that are not immediately evident. For instance, I'm standing on one right now. Here it is. It has been busted. This demands one question. Ask the owner or realtor, is there attic stock of this tile on site? Same run, same dye lot. If there's not, you're never going to match it. I suggest you fill it in with a suitable filler and put an area rug in here. It'll also help with the sound, okay? If there is carpet present in the structure, and there are 2 rooms of carpet here, take a look at it. First thing, here's an exposed edge of carpet, an exposed edge of ceramic tile, and no trim separating them. This is a trip hazard. That needs to be corrected. The undercushion, it's not up to standards. Both the rooms are dated. The carpet should be replaced. So think about that. Is it your expense or the seller's expense? Okay? As I look around the room, I see no evidence whatsoever of water damage, water intrusion through a leak, through the bathroom or whatever. That's a good place to look too, and it's not there. Now that's a joy and a beauty to behold. I want you to check every light fixture in the house. No bulb. You know what I do? I bring my own bulb, medium base, put it in there, and then I go switch on, switch off. Now, unfortunately for us, this house has had the power turned off. And it's a good thing, too, because it's standing vacant. But it's as simple as that. I want you to go to every light switch in the house, interior and exterior, to be sure they're all functioning. If not, bring it to the attention of the owner or your realtor, okay? You know, I come to a site with a bag of tricks. One of them is I bring a small lamp or a plug-in radio. Why, you ask? Well, I took this out of my daughter's bedroom, but she's getting it back. You plug it in to the outlet, turn it on, and if it comes on, the plug's okay. Now, for you technical people out there, yeah, you can go to your home improvement store and buy one of those little testers. Go for it if you want to. Little light lights up and you look very professional. However, Mom, you can do this without him there. Okay? Let's move on. Well, you can see we're in the kitchen. First thing I like to do is check the kitchen sink. One thing, run the water hot and cold. Be sure that the hot water heater is going to deliver hot water. If the power isn't on, in this case it isn't, you're going to have to make arrangements to be sure that is functioning correctly. It has a garbage disposal. Here's the on-off button. What we do, run the water, push that. If it starts up, fine. If it doesn't, you may have a small problem. It's correctable, but a small problem. And this is something very important to me. Down here, look under the sink. We want to see if there's any water damage. In this particular location, it's highly evident. And they have managed to patch it with a bit of foam. And it's acceptable to me. It just needs cleaning up. One thing, the base here sometimes can be thin wood, and they will paint it white to make it appear that everything's always been okay. So be sure and check that, okay? Now, we're going to look at the range. This happens to be a very fine glass top. We got a microwave. Be sure the microwave is functioning. Be sure every burner is functioning. Check the oven. Check the oven for cleanliness. I don't think that people ever use this thing. It's sparkling clean. It's more than it should be. One thing that you have to be sure of are the other appliances. What are we talking about? A dishwasher, a refrigerator, a washer and dryer. And we're going to be back in just a few seconds to talk about those too, okay? Well, I'm right here by the dishwasher. Open it up. See what general condition it's in. This one looks pretty good. I don't see any rust evident. Everything seems to be in order. It's a little soiled, but then you're going to take care of things like that. Now let's move over to, and by the way, no electricity, you can't turn it on. Electricity and no water, don't turn it on. Now let's go over to the refrigerator. This is a pretty good refrigerator. Small thing, it's hinged right, swing right. That's because these are your cooking and fruit prep stations. You can get stuff out and close it. Does it have an ice maker? If yes, be sure it's operative. Does it have a water and ice dispenser in the door? No. If it does, be sure it's operative. Discoloration, moisture. This has rusted. To cure it, you could get some white plastic spray at your local home improvement center and take care of that. The rest of it down here looks pretty good. Just check it out, the light works and everything else. And here's something cute. The house I'm in has these virtually in every room. One of the tricks, they put a pot of boiling water with some spice in it, cloves or nutmeg or ginger or cinnamon, and to disguise it and make you come in and go, oh, I love the smell of this home. Well, for all you know, it may not smell that way at all. So check that out. One last thing. In the kitchen area, look for insect droppings as well as mice droppings. Okay? Now, let's move on. Do you like the view? Remember, they can see you too. If you don't appreciate that, what are you going to do about it? A great friend of mine, she does houses all the time. She'll put a cafe curtain across here, then you can just see down there. But remember, stepping in here in the middle of the night in your gym jams, they can watch you. Something else, small thing. Be sure the electrical outlets in your kitchen, the wet areas, all have a default ground fault. Every one of them. Small little button there. You can check it out. If not, it's really mandated for your own personal safety. Okay? That does it right about here. Let's move on. Okay, we're in the guest bath off the hallway. First thing I'm going to do, and bring this to your attention, this counter height has been increased to about 34 inches. Guess what happened? I can't even see, I see from here down in the mirror. You're either short or you're going to get down like this to see yourself in the mirror. This is not good. To correct that, you're going to have to blow out tile, raise the light fixture over it, etc. Plus, it's a little tight in here, and I couldn't work this way. Looking down here under the cabinet, there is excellent evidence of water damage, and I'm not surprised at all. Now, moving in further, we've got your toilet, and here's your obligatory smell good thing. I want you to listen carefully. Is there a slight draining in the toilet? Big water waste. It may be as simple as adjusting the float in the tank itself, and you can cure that. The rest of it is in pretty good shape. It does not have an overhead fan. Requirements mandate fan or a functional window. Functional window, you got it fine. And take a look. As you're using the bathroom, they could be over there watching you. Again, take these things into consideration. There is a ground fault. Whoa-de-doo. Take a look at this. Whoa. It's very evident what has happened here. The pinkish tile you see is probably 50s or so. Remember the avocado green and the gold and harvest gold and all that kind of stuff. They've popped out about 20 4x4 tiles, and they replace it with some cut up 12x12s right at the water source. This means one thing, folks. They've had a plumbing problem in here. And this aesthetically is not good. The tub itself is too low for my thinking. That's a very, you're going to step down into the tub. And they have caulked around the edge to the extent that it's very unsightly. The tile is parting from the contoured edge of the tub. This constitutes a place for water to leak into the subfloor. This is something I would really have to consider very heavily before I moved ahead with a purchase. Okay? I think it's time for me to get out of the bathroom. Now, what you see over my shoulder and to my right, which you can't see, but you remember, the microwave and the stove. Now, if you have your camera phone with you, I want you to take a picture of the refrigerator, of the microwave, of the stove, of the sink if you want to, and behind me is a washer-dryer area. However, I want you to note it's stackable only, and it's non-existent. If you want side by side, you're going to have to pay for it. That's going to cost you dearly. Okay? Take the pictures. You know how many times we trust people. How many times have I come back to a closing and lo and behold, a 26 cubic foot refrigerator turned out to be a 21 and it was white. Don't fall for it. Take the matter up immediately, and I can guarantee you to close the home, they will be replaced. Okay? All right. Now what I want to do, since we're still inside, I want to take a look around and see if there's any structural conditions that might speak of a problem in the past. Okay? Let's do a walk around together. Something like this. You know, as I look around this particular room, there's no evidence of any damage. There's no cracks. There's no indication of water intrusion. Yes, there's some little nail holes that have been patched and they're off color, but that's easily accomplished when you do your own color scheme, okay? Now, the HVAC, the furnace, how old is it? And you can usually determine that by looking at some information that someone may have written on it when it was installed. That happens a lot. In this particular home, the AC furnace unit was installed aftermarket. In other words, years after the home was built. How do we know that? Because the ceiling in the hallway is at door height, 6'8", 6'10", around in there. That's a good indication that they've added a lot of ductwork. Is it important? You betcha. Windows, there's 3 of them in this one room. Be sure that they are functioning. In this particular case, they have been improved. These are fairly new windows. I would open them, raise them up, and then bring them back down. Are they snug? Do they operate and function to your satisfaction? If so, well done. That almost got right by me. So small I had to look twice. A little joke. I'll be here all week, folks. But what I want you to do is pay attention. Look around for the slightest cracks, any indication of water damage. I mean, it's there. Take your time and don't be distracted. Okay? Do you see what I mean? Goodbye. You know, there are a lot of things to look for outside the home, too. Step back, take a look at the roof in its entirety, walk the perimeter. If there's any sign or indication that there's an off-coloring or that the shingles have been replaced, ask the owner or the realtor about that repair. Also check the windows. Are they sealed? Is the caulking intact around the entire perimeter of the home? Walk and look. Walk and look. Look for standing water conditions outside the home, right against the wall. If so, if you can see an indication there, go inside and check that same location from the inside to see if there's been any water intrusion whatsoever. Even a little water over a period of time can mean serious money to you, very serious money. Okay? Protect your investment. You know, you can look at the small things, but an imperfection such as this could lead to something as drastic as this. That's evident. Look for the small things. Then you're going to find the big things. And quite frankly, this section looks like it could come right off on me. So if you don't mind, I'm just going to get out of the way. You know, we've covered a lot of things today, and we've shown you a lot of things. But let me say this. It's incumbent upon you to hire a certified, licensed home inspector. It's wise to do so because he or she will ensure your home is exactly what it needs to be to make you happy for years.